Niggas lose hope, but everybody can't make it. Opportunities taken for granted should be forsaken. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who am I, who are y'all? This a crash course for goose, truths collide. Inside of my opportunities taken for granted should be forsaken. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who am I, who are y'all?
Yo, so for the P game, bad bit right, boys. Um, I need to get some fucking sleep. I most definitely need to get some goddamn sleep. Um, I can honestly say, as an artist, you get to a point to where you work so much that you get engulfed in the sound, like completely engulfed in the sound, and you can't determine or extinguish the difference between inside of whatever you're doing in reality. And this is why a lot of people make whack songs, right? This is why a lot of people make very whack music. It's because it's very easy to get looped in what you're doing and you forget like reality. You forget that there's other people with other flavors and tastes and demands. So it's very easy to just keep like working on something, listening to something over and over. You could forget. And like for example, right? Like you ever see like a person just listening to music and they be like completely engulfed in whatever they listening to? And sometimes you could be like, I don't like that song, but that person who is listening to the song is completely mesmerized. As an artist, it's easy to do that too. It's easy to mesmerize yourself inside of whatever you're doing. And sometimes it's good to just take your foot off the gas and get some rest. Um, I've been working on this one track for about 2 days now. No, it's been almost like it's been 40. Yeah, no. I got back today. So let's say actually it's been longer than that. So let's say I started working on it Friday, and then I had to fly to New York, and then I didn't sleep while I was in New York. I didn't sleep not one time when I was in New York, and I came back, and when I came back, I got right back to it. But even when I was in New York, I had the headphones on. I had the you know, I had the stuff on, and I was just tapping into ideas. And the fucked up part about it is when you get to this level that I'm at right now, like via I'm half asleep but I'm woke, it's almost like a form of DMT. The way I hear the way I hear music right now, I could hear too much and that ain't good. I could hear all the little frequencies, all the little sounds. Like my brain is like warping all through these songs and it's creating all these little nuances and ambient nuances, and I have to add all of those stuff. And I'm doing that. Now, the fucked up part about it is as a person that has made music or a person that has produced, have you ever made something crazy late night and it was crazy fire? But then like when you woke all and it was fire, like everything made sense. But when you woke up in the morning, you was like, what the fuck was I doing? I'm pretty sure if you're a producer or any type of anything of that sort, You've done that. You've most definitely done that. And, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. I think I did too much. You know what's so crazy? I done so much to this song, and yet when I played it, it was nothing there. So like when I go down to like, all right, so tracks total to complete the beat. There is 42 separate tracks to complete the beat. And that's literally like micro things like snare here, a hat here, a fucking automated saxophone build up, a down drop, boomer effect, boom. Like, that's wild. And like, so like, boom, right? The fucked up part about it is, at maybe 2 o'clock, I was in here blasting this shit, and I heard a lot of stuff. I heard everything. Like when I was blasting this shit at 2 a.m., I heard everything. I heard all the little nuances that I played in the beat. And now I can't hear them no more. I don't even know what the fuck I did. I can't, like, I done so much and I didn't realize how small the things were that I was doing. So when I actually play the shit back, I'm like, why did I do so much? But yet it's not really nothing there. Man, I was most definitely gone. Like, most definitely gone.
Life, growth. Niggas lose hope, but everybody can't make it. Opportunities taken for granted should be forsaken. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who am I? Who are y'all?
This shit sound like, I don't even know what it sound like. I just know this is why I don't do drugs. I just know that. I just know this is why I don't do drugs. Because I have a feeling that people who do drugs feel like how I feel right now. And I'm stuck between this weird realm of like being sleepy and not sleepy. Yo, look, I'm gonna play it for y'all. I'm gonna probably play y'all the first verse, just the first verse.
Life, growth. Niggas lose hope, but everybody can't make it. Opportunities taken for granted should be forsaken. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Crash course for goose, truths collide. The side of my success, look at them, demise. The belly of the beast, the reason I'm from the gutter. Everything you saw is the reason we had to cut them. Split decisions, I might have to get at you, but still won't get dimension. Time, space, continuous in you, I'm just persistent. Fluidly move, you was one I could hear the liquid. Homes canceled, evicted, get ghosts, homie. Haunted house when they run their mouth. Boo-hoo is fear, probably ghost, it's a clear body. Hollow men go to be noticed as sickening for the selfish team. The cure to hatred is your self-esteem. Life, growth. Niggas lose hope, but everybody can't make it. Opportunities taken for granted should be forsaken.
Like, I need to go to sleep. I most definitely need to go to sleep. I need to go to sleep badly. Alright, so like outside of that, right? Outside of like what I'm doing, hold on, my bad. Hold on. Alright, so look, I want to play y'all some secret shit. There's some album shit though. I'm gonna play y'all like a little sneak peek so y'all can really know what's going on. So y'all wonder why I've been quiet, cause I'm like kind of turned up now.
Twister. I met her one late night. She told me she gon' have to show me what the bay like. Gang tight with some light brown eyes. She said it changed with the weather and look better in the daylight. Unapologetically fine when you looking at her. She having me losing my mind to get dumb. Stuttering with the words when I be asking her to come over here, baby. Can I get some attention from you? But I just exotic and everybody.
Yo, it's spooky season. It's very spooky. Very, 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 very spooky. It's very spooky. Very. Like ultimately spooky. Um, so like Twister, Lupe, like pretty much all my faves. It's only a few more things that I'm missing, like a few more affinity stones that I'm missing. One, a Bone Thugs record, because I have to have a Bone Thugs record. I want a Bone Thugs record so bad. I need a Bone Thugs record. I have to get a record with Bone Thugs and Nas. Once I get Bone Thugs, and once I get a record with Nas, I'm out. My mission is complete. I just need a record with Bone Thugs and a record with Nas, and I'm out. Nah, I need the whole. I need the whole. Um, I need the whole. What do you call it? The whole group. My guy said, "What's my thoughts on GTX?" GTX is fire. I believe all platforms are fire. All battle rap platforms are fire. And everybody that can put a situation together that can help people be better than what they were are fire. I think if GTX keep pushing, it'll be a solid platform. They just got to keep pushing. And I think what GTX should focus on is building talent also, and not just the high profile battles. It should focus on building talent too. That way that people could really have a home. That way it can create some new stars from scratch. It'd be dope. But as far as the music goes, I most definitely need to get Bone Thugs on the whole track. I want the whole group. Um, and I most definitely want a record with Nas. Those are like kind of like my end game artists that I will eventually want to work with in due time. Uh, as y'all see, I got to chop it up with Doc. A lot of y'all might not know what D.O.C is, and a lot of y'all might know who the D.O. might not know who the D.O.C is, just because he popped right before a lot of y'all niggas could even understand what was going on. But I got to chop it up with the Doc, and uh, I never knew how important he was to the hip hop culture. I watched his movie. It's not out yet, but I watched his movie at the movie screening, and I never knew how important he was for literally helping the West Coast. If it wasn't for Doc, it wouldn't be no like it wouldn't be none of them niggas, man. If it wasn't for Doc, it wouldn't it wouldn't be a lot of like it wouldn't we wouldn't even have no second wave of West Coast if it wasn't for Doc. Doc was literally one of the hardest rappers of his era, and he was literally like me of his era. Like he's like the past version of me. Like his pen was eons beyond Ice Cube and all them niggas. Eons. He's like me of that era. And when I watched his movie and I seen his life story and everything he did for um, just the West Coast, he molded Snoop Dogg, Easy. He helped everybody become better lyricists. He was also the number one artist in the world before his car accident. And he was looking to traject the entire like music industry space. But as a youngster, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't even know Doc and Dr. Dre was two different people. I didn't know that. I just found out literally my whole life. Yeah, he got his first. I think it's one of his first children with Erica Badu. I just found out on Saturday, this Saturday, that the Doc and Dr. Dre were two different people. I just found that out Saturday. Literally, I just found that out yesterday. Oh, no, you gotta understand. I'm from Watts, so like, no, no, no. Look, y'all not understanding. I'm from Watts. Like, we grew up in a specific type of box. So right, all right. So let me make this clear. I knew I knew the D.O.C. and Dr. Dre were two different physical people. What I'm saying is musically, the songs that I thought was Dre is Doc. I'm not saying I didn't know of them as individual entities. I knew of them as individual entities. I'm talking about musically. I didn't know that those was the Doc records. I thought them was Dre. So when I seen, yeah, the Doc new record and funk, the funky joint and all them, bad funky, bad funky, woo, I thought that was Dre. I didn't know that that was the Doc. That's what I'm saying. So like records that I've always, as a child, that I've given credit to Dr. Dre, them was Doc records. So when I went back and just studied, I'm like, yo, this is crazy. This is crazy. And then you know what's even crazier? I didn't even know Doc was alive. I thought he died. Like, I'm just telling you where my mind was as a child. Because based on the algorithm that was pitched to me, I never even seen anything about him. Nothing. Nothing in my entire world. I never seen nothing. I never seen Snoop or none of them niggas. I never seen nothing of them mentioning him alive, like recently. So all I knew was like D.O.C. was in a car crash, but I thought that was it. Cause like we see like the Dre shit, Beats by Dre's, we see all this stuff. We see Snoop lying. Look, we see all of this stuff. We see Snoop lying, Uncle Snoop. We see all these other versions of character. We see Buff Dr. Dre. We see all these like other characters. We see Medea family reunion, looking Ice Cube, Big Mama House, Ice Cube, Friday, Ice Cube. And it's like we don't see DJ Yella like that. We don't see the other members like that. So like I never seen anything from Doc as of recently. I didn't even know what he looked like recently. I'm not even gonna lie. I was sitting next to him the whole time and didn't even know it was him. Walked up, he was like, "Yo, my guy Mike Shot." He was like, "It was Daylyt." Doc was like, "Oh yeah, I'm very familiar with Daylyt." And he was like, "What's up?" We shook hands, but he didn't say Doc. I didn't even know who that was that shook my hand. I had no idea. So then when we watching the film, I'm like, "Wait, that's Doc?" Wait, that's Doc right there? Oh shit! When I watched all the movies and shit, but you know what's crazy? And I'm gonna openly admit this. I asked him to write me a record. I ain't never asked anybody in the history of anything to write for me. I actually asked him to write me a record. He kind of looked at me. He was like, "Why?" And I was like, "Based on everything that happened in your life and all you did for our coast, and how you got into that accident to where like the universe took your voice from you, I want you to speak through me." I want you to use my voice. Your words and something you have to put into the world, I want to be a vessel for that. I would love to be a voice for you, a vessel. Speak through me. He just looked at me like, what the fuck? So when we were chopping up, and he just, it's an honor to even have somebody say something like that to me. And I'm like, bro, like, nah, like, cause y'all gotta understand. First of all, let me break the whole story down. I wasn't even supposed to be. I wasn't. None of that was supposed to happen. I'm gonna tell y'all how this all turned out. Um, so me and I-95, we've been going back and forth about, when I'm gonna do the I-95 freestyle, and I pretty much waited. So then we finally set it up. So I'm out in New York and I'm doing my I-95 freestyle. My guy Mike Shahadi was like, "Yo, we doing this doc movie premiere. You should come through it." I'm like, "All right, well if I got time, I'm gonna swing it." Just so happens the movie premiere was literally 2 blocks away from where I was doing the I-95 shit. This is how this shit synchronized, bro. So the movie premieres 2 blocks away from where I'm doing I-95. I finished I-95. I burnt it down, by the way, kind of crazy. Um, I burnt it down kind of crazy. I didn't rap too long, kept it nice and short, like 4 minutes. A whole lot of Jews in there. Um, but the I-9 shit, so right after I'm done with I-95, like I go to the movie premiere, boom, everything happened. And like I said, I didn't know too much about Doc like that. Like I didn't know his background fully. I didn't know his story. I didn't know. I had no idea. I didn't know at all. So when I watched that movie, something happened to me. And I told Doc that, and I told Punch, and I told everybody. Something happened to me watching that movie. I related to Doc in a way that I can't even fathom. Something happened to me watching that movie. And it was almost like another point of my mission was revealed to me. What am I to do as an artist? It was revealed to me. And watching the documentary, there was a few things inside his movie that stuck with me. So inside this movie, there's a clip. There's a clip of Farrakhan on the podium. And while Farrakhan is on the podium, they're in a room with literally all the rappers from the 90s. They're in the room. All the rappers are in the room. All of them. P. Diddy, Jermaine, all the rappers of that era, all them niggas are all in the room. And Farrakhan is on the podium, and Farrakhan is telling everybody in the room, y'all have been called for a specific duty. All y'all rappers have been called by the Lord for a specific duty. And it is pretty much up to y'all to guide the youth. Y'all are the next leaders. This music will guide the youth into whatever we make it. Everybody was just sitting there looking, but I didn't think they really understood what Farrakhan was saying. So here we are today in 2022, and I look at 99% of the death rate and the depopulation of our people is based off music. All the rappers that are trap rappers are now, it's now becoming evident that they trapped us. And then followed by, the drill. And the drill is, we got y'all. It's all a drill, fire drill. It's lit like this was all an epic grand design pumped by those who paid for this. People paid millions and millions to these artists to make sure we destroyed ourselves. So watching that part of the movie, then also understanding that like The universe took Doc's voice because he was sent here to do something bigger than just rap. His voice will be bigger than just rap. It wasn't just rap. It was to kind of like lower his tone and speak to the people he need to speak to. In that documentary, that's the loudest voice I ever heard. That shit gonna speak to the world. No, it's not out yet, but it's the D.O.C. documentary. That shit gonna speak to the world. So boom, right? It was another thing that kind of like clicked in my mind and kind of made me understand my destiny. So first and most foremost, I didn't know that him and Erica Badu had a child. I didn't know that. I didn't know him and Erica Badu had a child. But I look at Erica Badu as a special person on earth. I don't know if she's an elder god. I don't know if she's like fucking Nefertiti or something. But I look at her like something other. And she got a pattern of understanding a select individual type of people. So when I look at her timeline, and I go, okay, Doc. Doc was labeled as one of the greatest lyricists ever. One. Andre Three Stacks and Doc was wild, outgoing, just completely outside of the mold. One. Andre Three Stacks, another person that's labeled as one of the craziest, possibly one of the GOATs, and who also was outside the box. Boom. Jay Electronica, another rapper who was arguably one of the greatest ever, and way outside the box. Two. And then out of nowhere, Erykah Badu retweeted one of my joints. Out of nowhere. I didn't ask her. I did nothing. Nothing. Out of nowhere. She just retweeted First Breath. And I was like, her timeline of existence points out these type of people. Her timeline of existence can spot extreme voices. She could see it. Now, there was one thing she said in there, and it was something that she was trying to tell, um, something she was trying to tell Doc to do as far as, like, stay here, do this, slow down, boom, boom, boom. The family, let's work on this, let's work on that, let that go, X, Y, Z, boom, boom, boom. And I have to listen to that. She also gave me another purpose and point of what I am to do in my life too. And it is literally understanding the power of your voice. It's understanding the power of your voice and what you need to do and how you can shift. That's kind of where I'm at. So going back to that, pretty much I asked Doc to write for me. I asked him to write a record. I want the whole world to know it's your record, but I just want to be the voice. Maybe we can name the song The Voice. I don't know. Invoice or something. I don't know. But I want the world to know this is a Doc record and I'm just the voice, like the voiceover, like Morgan Freeman or some shit. So we most definitely gonna link up sometime next week. That's most definitely in the process. But man, that story about his life is amazing. Oh man, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. But yeah, ugh, ugh. I think I'm about to get some shut eye in this chair, man. Yeah, I'm gonna probably jump back on live in a minute. I'll hit y'all niggas in about maybe like 2 or 3 hours. Alright, I'm gonna holler at y'all, man.